I'm Eric Woldridge, Professor of Engineering and Director of the Additive Manufacturing Center for KCCS. And what you're seeing behind me is one of the components for our 3D concrete printing system, manufactured by Cobod. This is a kind of the part of it that you don't really see in the videos that you typically see on television. You always see the extruder going around and the big axis, the big legs. But this is actually what's making the majority of the concrete component happen. So from the top, or what you see right there, that's the hopper system, and that of course is where the concrete in dry form is actually dropped down into. And then down below, that unit right there is the actual kind of a mixer pump system, which is combining water and a pump's pressure to actually make the concrete come out right about that spot right there that you see. There we go. And it actually, a hose will come out and take it up over the printer and then back down. So this is essentially a concrete pump, just the same kind of thing as a water pump, only that it's mixing concrete to go with it and pushing it. Now, one of the critical things about the process is that you have to add enough water to get the concrete to flow. But if you add too much, then you actually reduce the strength of the overall concrete and you have problems on the printing side. So this is where it's finding the sweet spot for the mixture is so critical. And if you get it wrong, you either have super strong concrete that actually won't flow and will clog up your system, or you have super weak concrete that flows great, but actually you can't really use it. We deal with this in conventional construction all the time. Oftentimes we measure this in terms of what they call slump, when we take concrete, just kind of pour it out and see how much it actually changes its shape. That's a slump factor. It matters here because we have to have just the right amount of water to get to go, but not too much that when it comes out as a bead, it actually slumps down and can't hold itself. So the mixing is the critical part, and this is also where a lot of things can go wrong in the overall concrete process. So as the operators, you have to be very, very cautious at this particular stage. Other things that affect it are everything from the heat, the amount of sunlight that we have going on at the moment affects everything in the process too. So a lot of complexity that goes in this. Now you may hear in the background the generator running, and that's because typically you can't just go plug these things into a wall outlet. This is the type of system that runs on higher voltage than normal. In fact, this system runs on 400 volts. And to accomplish that, not only do we have to have a generator to get us at the 208, 240 range, but then have to have a transformer to step up the voltage even higher. Now it doesn't pull that many amps, but the voltage is a critical component. And that's another one of the things that you learn through the process of doing this and have to dial in. So really the thing about concrete printing to remember, it's about the checklist. It's about the processes and the steps more so than it is just, hey, we get to go print something. We have to really understand the mechanisms that are part of the process and understand very well how they all work and how to bring them all together. Even the leveling and setting this system up is pretty critical. So it takes a lot of hands, it takes a lot of equipment, and a lot of know-how to kind of make it work. So that's a little bit about the mixture. We'll see you next time.